everyone. Welcome to your stretch break today. I'm Caitlin, if you haven't been with me here before. Today we're going to try to get in a little bit deeper stretch. So listen to your body. If what I'm doing is just a little bit too much, just back off and go to the position that we were in just before, or you can always, modify as needed. We're going to start on our back today. And bring both of our knees in towards our chest, grabbing. You can wrap your hands around together or just hold your hands, rolling side to side. Just noticing where you feel tight, if it's in your hips or your low back. Good, give it a little extra pinch. And then we're going to drop our left leg down towards the ground. Pulling our right knee in. We're going to actually move between pulling it into our chest and then pulling it towards our shoulder. So back and forth, it can be on your breath, or it can just be when it feels comfortable, moving it slowly, pulling slightly towards your shoulder and then back towards your chest. Just loosening up around that shoulder or that hip joint. Good, and if it feels good for you too, you can always move the ankle around, get some movement there as well. Good, so now we're gonna pull our knee towards our shoulder. This is where it's going to get a little bit deeper. This is a new one. So we're gonna grab our right foot on our right, outside of our right foot and pull out. So we're opening up that hip. Try to bring your elbow on the inside of your knee and you're holding your hand on the outside of your foot. So you can try to extend it out to get a little bit more of a stretch to your hamstring, or pull in to get a deeper stretch to that hip joint. Wonderful. Move it around a little tiny bit. Good. Then we're going to take that right foot, drop it across our left knee, and open up that hip joint this way. So it should be like a little triangle with your legs. We're going to take our left leg, lift it in the air, get a stretch to that hamstring, and then come back down. Good. We'll come back up again. Back down. And then we'll go one more time. Keep that knee relaxed towards the ground when you lift. Wonderful. From there, we're going to bend our left knee. Keep that right knee just like it is. And pull in for a figure four stretch. Milo's joining us again today, looking right into my eyes. It's perfect timing, right? Good, pulling in nice and deep. Straighten that left leg, drop it down towards the ground. Relax into that right hip. Focus on pushing that right knee down towards the ground and just letting everything relax. And then we'll go back into it again. So bending that left leg and pulling in. Wonderful. Extend that leg. And straighten out your right leg as well. Just lying on the ground. We're going to pull our left knee in now and do everything the same on that left side. So pull that left knee in, give it a little pinch. And then we're going to go between pulling it towards our armpit, our left armpit, and then back to our chest. On your own breath, back and forth. getting some movement through your hip. Good. Breathing into any spot that feels tight. Okay, we're going to pull our knee towards our armpit on the left side, grabbing onto the outside of our foot, and then bring our elbow inside, opening up that hip as well. So if you push further away, you're going to feel a really nice stretch through your hamstring. If you pull in, you'll feel a nice stretch through your hip socket and hip flexor. So kind of going between the two or listening to your body. If one spot feels really tight, try to hold it there, breathe into it. Wonderful. We're going to drop that left leg across your right and let your left knee fall down towards the ground. Feel a really nice stretch through your hip. Good. Then we'll go through our same exercise on this side. So lifting that right leg up and down. Sneaking in some ab exercises in here too. It's a good stretch as well. Good. We'll do one more. Lifting up. And then bending that right knee, coming in for that figure four stretch. Good. Keep that right knee or that left knee pushed out towards the opposite wall. Right knee pulled in. We're going to extend the legs, drop down to the ground, just relax. Letting your left knee fall down towards the ground. And then we'll come back up into that position one more time. Wonderful. Extend both legs. And then next we are going to go into a seated position. We're going to cross both of our legs. I'll give you guys a second to get up to this position. We're nice and relaxed now that we've been on the ground for a while. We're going to take our left elbow and bring it down towards the ground. If it takes you a few seconds to get into this position, that's just fine. If it's a little bit too much in your hip or in your low back, you can always stay up a little bit and just place your hand on your mat. Just be slightly bent over if you can. If you can get all the way down here, wonderful. We're going to try to, your right side hip is going to try to lift off the ground. We're going to try to keep it nice and anchored to the ground. Next, we're going to take our right hand and bring it past our ear, over the top of our head, and then forward. Should feel a really nice stretch through your upper back and shoulder, and then coming it back to over your head and in. Good. So you're slicing right by your ear, up and around, and then coming back the opposite way. Wonderful. Let's do two more. Take it on your own time. Just taking note what feels tight or if there's any limited movement. If you're not able to get around in your full range of motion, trying to breathe right into that spot. Awesome. On this last time, we're going to take that right hand, put it up to the ceiling, and then pull it back behind your head and just dropping that shoulder back. You should feel a really nice stretch through your hip and then through your ribs, all the way into your shoulder and chest. Wonderful. Putting that right arm on the ground or on your knee, and then slowly coming up. Good. We'll do some circles here. Shake out of it on this side. Good. Rotating the other way. Perfect. We are going to switch over to our other side. So right elbow on the ground. If it takes a few seconds to get here, that's just fine. Breathe into it and notice what's tight. If it's in your hip or if it's in your back, and breathe right into that spot. And like I said, on the other side, you can always press up onto your hand if it's too much tension to go all the way to your elbow. We're going to take our left hand, bring it by our ear, all the way forward and around. Nice. And then going back the opposite direction. Slicing it right by our ear. Good. Getting that movement through our upper back, shoulder, chest. I even feel it up into my lats because those are sore today. Wonderful. We'll do one more. Good. Then taking that left arm, putting it in the air, then letting it drop back behind your head. Good. We're going to slowly come out of this position. Same thing on this side. We're going to rotate around, getting some more movement through our spine, hips, low back. Good. And then rotating around the other way. Wonderful. We have a couple minutes left, so we're going to go into an adductor stretch. So going onto your knees, we're going to go onto all fours. Take your right foot, put it out to the side, and then sit back into your heel. I have my toes on the ground too. If it feels comfortable, you can go all the way back. If it hurts your foot, or if you can't stretch that far, don't go that far back. Now we're going to take our foot, turn it up, back down, and then come forward. So sitting back, opening it up, back, and forward. And we're going to do one more of those. Back, opening up, and then coming forward. We're going to switch over to the other side. So left leg extended, sitting back in that heel. Feel a really nice stretch in your inner thigh. And opening it up, back, forward. We'll do two more here. Awesome job, you guys. We are going to go into child's pose here as our last stretch of the day. Bring both of your toes together. Hips can be nice and wide. We're going to walk our hands out. Drop your forehead to the ground and inch your fingertips further away from your body towards the opposite wall. So you get a really nice stretch in your lats, your shoulders. Good, just finding a few deep breaths here. And then coming forward. You can either go to a baby cobra here or all the way up, whatever feels better for you. And we'll sit back, child's pose. Last time. Walking your fingertips out a little bit further. Really nice stretch to those lats. Good, coming forward. Baby cobra here or all the way up. If you're going all the way up, make sure your shoulders are down and back, not by your ears. Trying to feel a really nice stretch to your ribs, your hip flexors, your low back. Wonderful. Pressing up to all fours. Nice job today. Thank you all for coming. Really, really appreciate it. At 1:20 today, we have yoga sculpts. So I hope you can all make it to that. Besides that, the fitness center is open Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So sign up for a time slot or continue to see you in virtual classes. Thank you.